You ever look up at a clear blue sky and see that little white trail from a jet? It looks so alone up there, right? Like it's the only thing for miles. Well, what if I told you that empty looking space is actually one of the busiest places on Earth? Okay, let's get into it. Right now, as you're watching this, there are over 100,000 flights crisscrossing the globe. Just let that sink in for a second. That's a massive, invisible city floating miles above our heads. A city with no stop signs, no traffic lights, and no roads you can see. So that brings us to the big question. The real mystery we're going to solve today. How do they all stay safe? How does this massive, high-speed valet happen day in and day out without total chaos? Well, the answer starts with an idea that is just, it's so simple, it's brilliant. The very first layer of safety is something pilots call the invisible highway. This whole highway is built on one basic rule of the sky. Get this. If you're flying east, you cruise at an odd altitude, say 35,000 feet. If you're heading west, you're at an even one, like 36,000 feet. And just like that, with one simple rule, you've automatically created 1,000 feet of vertical separation. It's like having stacked one-way superhighways in the sky. Okay, so rules are great, but rules by themselves aren't enough. For this invisible highway to actually work, you need someone managing it in real time. You need a human touch. And that's where our invisible guardians come in, air traffic controllers. These are the folks on the ground 24/7 staring at radar screens and orchestrating this whole complex dance. With just a few words over the radio, they guide every single plane, making sure each one has its own safe bubble, a minimum of 10 kilometers away from any other plane. So for a long, long time, this two-part system of rules and people felt pretty solid. But the system we rely on today, well, it was really forged in fire. It had to evolve, and sadly, the reason why is a lesson learned from a terrible tragedy. Because the thing is, even with the best rules in the world and the most dedicated people on the job, there are moments when the system just isn't enough. That became heartbreakingly clear on a day in 1996. Two jets collided midair over India. The result was just devastating. Over 300 people lost their lives. And when investigators dug into what happened, they found it wasn't some complex mechanical failure or a freak storm. No, it was something painfully simple, a communication mistake, a single moment of human error that led to an absolute catastrophe. That tragedy, right there, became a massive turning point for the entire aviation world. It forced the creation of the third and final layer of our safety net. You could call it the ultimate failsafe, a piece of technology literally born from failure. It's called TCAS, which stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System. And after that accident, this thing became mandatory on commercial planes worldwide. It is our technological last line of defense. So here's how it works. The computers on the two planes are constantly talking to each other. If they figure out that they're about to get way too close, TCAS doesn't just send a little warning, it shouts direct orders. One system will yell, "Climb, climb," while the other is simultaneously ordering, "Descend, descend." It creates the solution on its own, completely taking human error out of the picture in those last critical seconds. So when you pull all of these pieces together, that's when you see the full picture of this incredible modern safety system. That's when you get what we call the ordered sky. It's really this beautiful, overlapping system of protection. You've got layer one, those simple, powerful rules of the invisible highway. Then you've got layer two, the vigilant people, our air traffic controllers. And watching over all of it, just in case, is layer three, the life-saving tech of TCAS. And that's the real key takeaway here. Our amazing safety record in the sky, it's not just about cool gadgets and smart tech. It is built on a foundation of wisdom. Wisdom that was tragically gained from past mistakes and a deep commitment to making sure they never, ever happen again. So the next time you're on a plane and you're looking out that window, remember this. The sky isn't empty. Not at all. It is a space filled with incredible order, profound discipline, and the invisible hands of rules, people, and technology, all working together in perfect harmony just to keep you safe.